So for my bus bars, what I use is regular household wiring like this. So this is what I found to be the highest gauge that I can get with a single strand. So it's 10 gauge. This is a 3 conductor. So 3 10 gauge wires plus a 12 gauge ground. Now, what I found is that most of the hardware stores, when they have end cuts, they tend to sell it for about half price. So I go around to the local hardware stores and I buy up all the scrap pieces or end pieces for half the price. And if I can't find any, what I found, at least for the hardware store closest to my place, the 3 strand like this, 10 gauge, ends up actually being cheaper than the double 2 strand. So anyways, I don't know if that's common, but so that's why, well, like I said, this one I got it a scrap piece from Lowe's for half price, so it's pretty cheap. So you simply need to strip back the main insulation and then cut to whatever length you need. So here, this one's already pre-cut to the lengths I need. So using a wire stripper, I'll take a chunk off of it. Okay, like that. And I use vice grips. A bench vice would actually be better, but I don't have one. So these are my trusty vice grips. As you can see, I used it for painting and everything. Now, by putting on the floor, I can easily strip the remainder like that. And I found that it's best if they're perfectly straight. Now, to straighten it out, I use my drill. Give it a couple of shots and there you go. It becomes perfectly straight. So for my project, I'll be using 2 of these conductors together like that. Now that makes my bus bar, and it makes a nice perfectly straight bus bar. And now I'm going to show you how I put my packs together using these bus bars. Alright, so I forgot to press the record button again. So I just finished cutting off all the end connectors. So these holders, they have little clips there that to continue the size, they just go together, and so you keep on building it this way. Since I'm finished here, I'll cut off all these little whatever they called to have a smooth edge. So this has already been cut, and now I'm going to put on the bus bars. So for bus bars, I use a 10 gauge wire that's been straightened. Just stick it underneath the wire leads, fold the leads over, and then I'm going to solder the other end of this, the leads, to the other consecutive cells, and I'll solder that onto the bus bars, and that will be my connectors. Now these are 10 gauge, 210 gauge. Now you can combine different wire sizes to gain the same result. The wires that I use, like I said, I indicated before, it's for household wiring. They have 3 conductor 10 gauge, but they have a ground which is 12 gauge. So instead of wasting that, what I can do is I can combine 3 12 gauge wires, and that has the same carrying capacity of 2 10 gauge wires. So I'll put that here, and it'll work just the same. And the last one. There you go. So let's fold over all these, and we can start soldering them. So I'll use a screwdriver to hold the leads down, and I'll just solder them all together. So let's start. Alright, so there we go. Half of the first battery group of cells has been completed and soldered. All the bus bars are good. Let's look it up closer. So every 2 cells are connected to the bus bar using this fuse type arrangement. And so here we have the first side of my first group of cells completed. Now I have to flip this over to the other side and then repeat that 13 times. So wish me luck.